What if your brain worked like a hard drive, not just storing big-ticket items like memories and personality, but every tiny fleeting thought too? Every day you generate thousands of thoughts. Some are inconsequential, some are important. Wouldn't it be convenient to save them all, to file them away for a later review or easy reference? Turns out science might make this possible soon. Researchers at a lab are developing ways to encode and store thoughts digitally. But what exactly does that mean? Can we really upload our consciousness to the cloud? And if so, what would life be like in a world where our brains double as external hard drives? That's what we'll explore today. Here's how it works. In order to store your thoughts like files, they'd have to be recorded in the first place. This could happen through a variety of means. Maybe through a neural implant that reads and writes to your brain directly, or perhaps wirelessly through a headband or other external device. Once recorded, each thought would need to be tagged with relevant metadata to make it easily searchable. This might involve attaching labels related to the idea's content, such as creativity, emotion, or even guilt. Or the tags could focus on practical aspects like importance, or whether the thought was triggered by something external like a conversation or a book. The possibilities for organization are endless. Here's how it might look in practice. Say you're reading a book and come across an interesting passage. You highlight the text and make a note in the margin with some related thoughts. In this world, instead of writing in a physical notebook, you enter your thoughts directly into your brain's digital storage system. You can choose to tag them according to the book, the author, the genre, or any other aspect of the idea that sparked your interest. This allows you to link thoughts together and build an organized knowledge base within your mind. Now let's imagine you attend a party full of interesting people. You meet a neuroscientist who talks about recent research into thought filing systems. Later you chat with a musician who shares some new recording technology. And you bump into an old friend who fills you in on the latest developments in quantum physics. As these conversations stimulate your brain, you capture your thoughts and any related ideas that pop up. Using your mental filing system, you can drag and drop thoughts to different folders, either manually or automatically based on preset rules or AI analysis. For example, anything mentioned by the neuroscientist gets tagged with neuroscience, anything discussed with the musician gets tagged with music, and so on. By organizing your thoughts in this way, you can keep track of multiple ongoing projects without getting overwhelmed. And here's the real magic. Since your thoughts are now stored in a searchable database, you can always find what you're looking for when inspiration hits. Let us say you're rewriting an essay on the ethics of artificial intelligence and need to recall that conversation with a neuroscientist. You open the relevant folder in your mind and review your tagged notes. Boom, instant recall. You remember exactly what she said about the nature of thought itself. And you also discover a tangential thought you had while listening to her, which turns out to be a brilliant new angle for your essay. This is the power of the thought filing system. No more forgotten names, lost inspirations, or missed connections. Everything you think is saved, categorized, and instantly accessible whenever you need it. But it doesn't stop there. Imagine being able to copy thought files from one part of your brain to another. You could move ideas around like files on a desktop, creating temporary holding areas as you work. You could even sync your thoughts with those of others, combining minds into a shared workspace. Think brainstorming on steroids. Businesses could host conferences where participants upload their ideas directly into a collective digital brain. Governments could simulate entire populations to gauge public opinion on policies before making decisions. Artists could collaborate by sharing folders of images, sounds, and concepts. The possibilities for connection and creation are endless. But as with any powerful technology, there are potential downsides. In this world, privacy becomes an issue. If brain content is exportable, then anyone could see what's stored in your mind. Mind readers would become archivists, historians, and gossip mongers all in one. Governments or corporations could try to limit how much mental storage space you have, forcing you to constantly clear out files or pay for upgrades. There would be cognitive hackers who steal your ideas or corrupt your data. Worst case scenario, someone could delete critical thought files, leaving gaps in your memory or sense of self. These are scary possibilities, but ultimately the risks depend on how this technology develops. The real questions concern how we choose to use thought filing abilities. One thing's for sure, though, a world where thoughts are storable, searchable, and shareable would redefine memory, creativity, and control. It would unlock genius. But at what cost? What do you think? Would you want to be able to save every fleeting thought? What folders would you create to organize your mind? Share your thoughts below. And while you're at it, show us you made it to this point in the video by liking and subscribing. And now for a personal note, while researching this video, I learned about a remarkable piece of technology called synesthesia, developed by researchers at the University of Minnesota. Synesthesia allows people to record and play back memories complete with sensory details. Participants wear a headset while recalling a past experience, and key points are highlighted by lights on a sphere. Later they can revisit these memories by holding the sphere and rotating it to the highlighted section. It's incredible stuff. But what struck me most is that we already have a kind of thought filing system. Our brains themselves, our ability to categorize, label, retrieve, and organize ideas is nothing short of miraculous. So while speculative fiction can entertain us with fantasies of upping our brain's storage capacity, it's worth appreciating what we have now. Human brains can do some pretty amazing things. If the reality shift in this video left your brain begging for a backup, hit like and subscribe to Other Side for more reality-bending deep dives. Until next time, this is Other Side, taking you beyond the limits of imagination. If you enjoyed this video, you might also love our exploration of what would happen if you could upload your consciousness to the cloud. Check it out here. Thanks for watching.